30 games for week 4. We had Shake and Bake, your team, barely edging out a victory against Ballin 3-2. You know, I wasn't part of this game. You obviously were. I was just knee deep in some pounders at this point at the bar. So give me a little recap on what went down with Shake and Bake and Ballin.
Yeah, this is a great game. It was back and forth, lots of wild plays. I think both teams did well on offense until it got to the point where we had runners in scoring position, and it just seemed like both teams got out of a lot of jams. Yeah, we actually got down 2-0, but we scored a couple in the second inning to bring it back, you know, and tie it up. One of the key plays in the 4th inning was when Frank Council was up to the plate and Jeff White was on second base. Frank obviously has one of the best legs in the league, and so we had our outfielders backed up pretty far. He kicked one into right field, and Scott Campbell came charging up on it, and it dropped in front of him, and Scott threw it into me on the relay, and Jeff White rounded third. And right as he rounded third, it was like my eyes got big. I was like, I know I got this motherfucker. So
you wanted that one, huh?
Well, yeah, I wanted it. So I chased him down, and right as he was sliding into home, I got him right in the head. So to get a crucial out. So that was pretty. That was a pretty big play. Yeah. You know, and then in the bottom of the 5th, we actually got the bases loaded, 1 out. I came up to the plate, and
there's a lot of third-person alerts going on here in this.
Yeah,
weekend.
you know, I don't want to
making all these defensive plays, lining up on offense.
You know, every once in a while, I gotta humbly toot my own horn. Although in this case, I probably had like the worst walk-off hit in the history of kickball, because I totally flubbed it. Mark Flores was throwing gas like he normally does, and I just didn't get a good handle of it. I popped it up to the first baseman.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that.
Where's the kiss at? You know?
Yeah, I know, man.
So anyways, I got the game-winning hit here. What the fuck? You're distracting my glory. No, yeah, anyways, I popped it up to the first baseman, John Pills. I think the lights got in his eyes. He ended up dropping it, and Roger sprinted home and did like a cartwheel to, you know, pirouette to avoid the tag and score the walk-off run. So Ballin's a damn good team, so I think they're going to be, you know, they haven't gotten a win yet, but they've played.
They're not tying anymore. Mm-hmm. That's always a good
thing.
Yeah,
I thought we were really close to tying them 2-2. Like, if I didn't, you know, if that ball doesn't drop, then we pretty much tied 2-2 probably. So.
It would have been amazing to keep that free ball and tie streak going.
I know.
You got to win when you got to win, you know.
Well, we're happy to have the win, so sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Speaking of winning, you're talking about a great game here. Kick-ass against Just for Kicks. Kick-ass, kicking some ass, 4-1 against JFK. If Nat was here, he could give us his breakdown on what went down and how things were scored. But you know, a little controversy on Facebook as far as the reffing duties. Oh, that was soft. I thought that was actually a rock.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Nice. But yeah, you know, Kick-Ass coming out there really showing some stuff against Just for Kicks.
Yeah, very impressive statement game by Kick-Ass. I think you know, I've been kind of saying that they're a team on, you know, really to look out for as a contender, like a legit, you know, contender, and I think they've taken the leap into the elite category of the league, the top tier. Their offense is just dynamic. You know, they have guys who can do everything. They got speed, they got bunting skill, they got power. They're solid. So they took a team, JFK, that is not used to losing games. At this point, you know, in 5 seasons, this is only their 8th loss in league history. So, you know, not too many people have a win over JFK on their resume, and Kick-Ass is there, so they've arrived.
And we talked about JFK really turning it on in the latter part of the season. We're getting to that close to that midpoint. JFK coming in, you know, had a couple, you know, shady games earlier on, but we really thought they picked it together, and then they were going to start making some statements. Now it's a little bump in the road going against Kick-Ass. And you're alluding to Kick-Ass's just offensive game. Let's take a look at their defense, holding JFK to just 1 run.
Yeah, no, JFK has got a potent offense, and but they got shut down. You know, even the 1 run that they got, you know, like I said, a little bit of controversy there, but yeah, this very easily could have been a shutout.
You think this game right here, Kick-Ass, they're going to climb into the top 4 when it's all said and done, have one of those top 4 seeds going into the end of season tournament?
I mean, they're putting themselves in a good position. They still have some hard games on the schedule. I think they still have to play 5 o'clockers. They still have to play Shake and Bake. You know, so they still have a rough road ahead of them, but they put themselves in a good position here.
So they knocked out one of the proverbial big dogs, and they got 2 more left at least on the schedule. So let's see how Kick-Ass closes out this season.
They got Burning Bridges next week too. So.
I love those Burning Bridges.
All right.
Speaking of Burning Bridges, last game that we're going to recap here, Burning Bridges laying the smackdown on Moose Knuckles 8-0. Moose Knuckles had a shutout there in the 7:30 games, and then just had the karma switch against them in the 8:30 game. Burning Bridges is a team that, yeah, you come in one week, you're just unloading on people. You come in the next week, you're down. You come back in and show us what you got. And we picked them to really be that Burning Bridges team that we know. So excellent job by them to really get that shutout against a pretty quality Moose Knuckles team.
Yeah, definitely. Moose Knuckles have a very solid offense, and for Burning Bridges to completely blank them, and also in the process put up 8 runs, that's a statement right there.
And pretty much we have nothing else because I am pretty intoxicated right now, and I can't come up with any rational thoughts about this game.
All right, stay tuned for the Week 5 preview and gambling lines.
Mm-hmm.